Just want to remind you guys, you can sign up for listener support for this podcast. Just go to the link in the bio. Every little bit helps. We're trying to upgrade the studio, upgrade the cameras, upgrade the guests, upgrade the whole experience. So even a $1 donation goes a long way here. If you don't want to do listener support, you can also go to billypodcast.com and pick up some merch. We got some hoodies right now, and you can find those at billypodcast.com. Thanks, guys.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. I'm Billy, the host. Welcome back to the show. 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 I'm Billy, the host.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Billy, the host. We're joined today by comedian and producer Trent Ludzak.
Hello.
We're in Trent's studio in beautiful Marietta, Georgia. And our guests today are two members of the hardcore band Victim of Suffering from Virginia Beach. Please welcome Cam and Carson.
Yo. Oh, Zinnin over there.
You need a Zynnies.
We've done it. No, we've got a funny story about those, though.
What's the story?
Are we rolling? Are we going?
Well, yeah.
Boys, this is a good example of, I guess, my, I don't know what you would say, my follower mentality. So we're at band practice, and we're just doing our thing, and we come to a quick pause, and we're just chilling. We have a storage unit, and I see a pack of Zins on top of his Ampeg, and I immediately am just like, dude, are you zinning now? You popping the Zins, upper deckies? And nobody's saying anything. So I keep just kind of leaning into it. Dude, you're zinning now.
There was a spark in his eye.
Yeah, I get really excited. So my ears go up, my eyes get wide. I'm like, okay, cool. If Carson's fucking packing Zins, I'm gonna pack Zins. I'm gonna pack a Zin. So I open it up, and it's all of his picks. He's using it as a pick holder.
That's a good
Never
idea.
had a Zin in my life.
And then, so then immediately, everything about it, everything in my body was just oh, nah.
Is it
The
not
look of betrayal
hardcore
on your face.
to pack a Zin?
No, I just I smoke vape and I hate it, to be honest.
It sucks. The vape
Yeah, well,
is
my
torture.
I got back from a tour, and my ex-girlfriend at the time, she started juuling. So
Juuling.
she was juuling, and I would be laying in bed with her, and then we're watching Yu Yu Hakusho, or I'm playing fucking Switch or whatever, and I'm like, hey, let me hit that. let me hit that one time, and then it just started there. And now,
Did you ever smoke cigarettes before?
Not at all. No. I mean, I had
People in the music scene smoke a lot of cigarettes.
Ugh.
I remember the first time my mom caught me smoking a cigarette at Swayze's. She came out, "What are you doing smoking a cigarette?"
Nah, dude.
In
I learned
Paris.
how to French inhale with cigarettes.
What does that mean? You
When
you use your tongue when you?
No. You open your mouth up enough for it to bleed up into your nose, and then you suck it in through your nose, so you make this mustache or whatever.
So you just keep all the tar and
Yeah, pretty much. Well, at the time, when I wanted to learn, yeah. But I mean, I don't do that anymore.
I went through 2 years of smoking cigarettes, and that was it.
You smoke cigs? I could never see you smoking
2
cigs.
years.
I will say though, I don't smoke cigs, but I feel like
Marlboro Lights?
It needs to be said that smoking cigarettes is fucking cool. It's fucking.
Yeah, I don't know why this topic keeps coming up on the podcast, but
I'm
it
not
can lead to good things.
No, I'm not advocating for smoking cigarettes whatsoever. I'm saying the act of smoking a cigarette, or in movies and stuff, when you see someone smoking a cigarette, damn, that looks cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
It looks.
Unfortunately, it's cool.
Unfortunately, it causes cancer.
Exactly what it does and how bad it is, but people still do it every day.
Once again, not advocating smoking cigarettes.
But it leads to good things. You make friends when you smoke cigarettes because you meet other people who smoke cigarettes.
You always got to ask people if they have a lighter. What kind of cigarettes did you smoke?
Marlboro Lights.
Marlboro Lights.
Oh, yeah, grandpa cigarettes.
Oh man. I always thought Reds were. Those are the worst. Cowboy.
It's
killers.
horrible.
Reds are the best.
I hated Reds.
The Cowboys, those are the ones, man. Those are the ones that always get me again. Somebody with a nice, clean pack of Reds. I used to smoke the Marlboro Blacks, though, because when I was smoking, it was less than $5 for a pack.
Yeah, I remember when cigarette packs, because like my friends in high school, they smoked. I remember packs of cigarettes were probably like $5.50, $6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could scrape enough quarters together. Now they're like $8 a pack.
Dude, you know what's crazy? We were talking about my mom. She texted me. She literally texted me and said hi.
That's because she knows where the UAVs are, dude. She's got that. That MK Ultra.
Should I just ask her, like, did you hear me talking about you?
She's got
probably
the.
won't be I'm not gonna do that.
Like Professor Xavier from X-Men, she's sitting in the chair with the helmet on.
I don't think I don't think so. I don't think her bandwidth is that long.
So we're here with Cameron and Carson from Victim of Suffering.
Oh yeah.
What? How long have you guys been playing music
together?
Yeah.
Or like in general.
Well, both.
No, I mean
as a band and then individually.
Whoa.
It's on like 2.5 years. Is it 2 years?
Yeah, we actually met because of the band. I didn't know him before. Why don't you tell this story?
What was like 2.5 years ago?
Yeah, it was 2021 going into 22.
Yeah, we met through the band, and I mean it's been.
Well, it was originally me. Cody came home from Colorado and he like recruited me and he was like, I want to start a band. And
are y'all based in Newport News or Virginia Beach?
I mean,
Norfolk?
most of like him, Jesse, and Andrew all live on the south side. Me, Aaron, and Cody live in Newport News. But I mean, we play mostly on the south side, and the south side is like Norfolk and Virginia Beach. So we just say Virginia Beach. It's a lot easier for people to put us on the map. But like, if you want to get specific, yeah, we're a half and half of Newport News, and well, it's actually more of like a 30-30-30. Newport News, Norfolk, Virginia Beach.
It's all within like 45 minutes of each other.
We're in the Hampton Roads area,
yeah.
But nobody says, "Yo, what's up? We're V.O.S. from the Hampton Roads area." Like, so.
No, it was like 2.5 years. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think back at how far it's been, because then we got right into festivals right after.
It feels longer than it's been. It feels a lot longer than it's been. We've done a lot, so.
Yeah, it's crazy to think back at it. I mean, what was the first show that we had? It was.
Our first show was with Livid. At Scandals with, I could pull up the flyer, but it was us. Oh, that was the Dream Terror show.
That was was our last show. Our last show, we opened that show.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
yeah, we didn't know each other, but Cody came back, recruited me, then we got Jesse on board, and we originally had Jax from Ulamog. Ulamog, unfortunately, isn't a project anymore, but we originally had Jax as the guitarist, but like he just like didn't show up to like the third band practice, and we were like, okay, we get it, yeah. And then he started Ulamog, but and then we got Carson. Carson came in, and Carson was like the little brother I had never had, so it was immediately just like we just became best bros.
Yeah, I think Cody got me in. Yeah, I met Cody. I met Cody when he came back at the at Eli's party. And that's how I got into the band.
Yeah.
That kind of shit.
Did you see him at a show or anything?
Well, I had known him from previous.
Yeah.
Is there a big hardcore scene in Virginia?
Yeah. And I think what's awesome about Virginia is there's a lot of camaraderie. I think versus like 5 or 6 years ago, it was, or like before the pandemic, it was a little bit more segregated. And I don't mean like, certain
racially
people, fuck no. And like, I don't mean like certain people weren't allowed to come, but I think it was like, I think there were people who had been there and had like paid their dues and put their time in, and there was like people who hadn't.
Gatekeepers.
Well, I mean, you can call it whatever it is, but I think since the pandemic, I think like a lot of us, like kids who kind of grew up just a little bit, like have kind of paved the way with like these new bands. Because like out of the pandemic, I mean, holy shit, dude, there was like at least 8 to 10 different new bands. Like
Really?
even with us, like
Yeah.
That's how it was for comedy here. After the pandemic happened, there was like 100 new comics.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
not
just
even
like,
exaggerating.
yeah, it was like a surge. But I mean, I think that's just
In
because
Atlanta alone.
yeah, but I think that's just because people had the time to like figure out that they wanted to do that, or so.
Yeah.
And then like now with us, like I don't know, it's just very like family oriented. It's very like if you come in, like you're welcome no matter what, and like we'll show you the way, or we'll try to lead you in the right direction. Hopefully you don't make dumb decisions on your own, but kids will be kids, and everybody does their own thing. But yeah, I would say it's like it's alive and well, and we got a lot of shows coming through, especially like Monday night, Wednesday night shows pop off all the time. So I think there's something to be said for that.
100%.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where the shows really happen here anymore. I mean, I know where like the mid-level shows happen, like Smith's Old Bar or like the Masquerade or whatever.
Well, the Masquerade's got 3 rooms now. It's got Heaven, Hell, and Purgatory.
There's a comedy club down there now too.
Yeah,
Atlanta Comedy Theater.
Oh yeah.
They just opened a new one up there.
What was the venue that I was at that I saw you at?
Buckhead Theater.
Buckhead Theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like at
That
theaters.
that place was kind of weird.
Yeah. Theaters are weird. That place is kind of newer too. Center Stage is really the nice theater.
That's a newer theater
in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buckhead. Yeah, that one is.
Yeah, it was just weird how they had the merch area like completely out in the front and like away from the room. Like I understand being on like the other side of a wall, but it was like past the bars, through the door, up the ramp, and then like behind you. So it was just like completely like out of the way. Like it was almost just like an afterthought. Like if you went into the showroom, you like probably didn't think about merch. After
Yeah,
that.
that's
or if, like
annoying.
if you did, you got lost trying to find it.
Because you're literally losing money that way. Like,
Huh?
if people don't walk by the merch, then you're losing money.
Oh yeah, I mean, for somebody who's working for tips, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, even like the headliners losing money with it tucked in the corner.
Even the headliner being where we were, it was kind of, it's just
Maybe
it's just out of the
Buckhead
way.
Theater, maybe they don't do as much merch, I would say. It's a lot, because a lot of comedians go through there too. I know like Mark Norman used to play there. Eliza Schlesinger used to play there.
Perform,
Yeah. Well, whatever.
play.
Same thing. I grew up playing shows, man.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be literal. You get too granular.
Yeah,
with you.
welcome to the deep
Yeah, I was
south,
gonna
son.
Oh man.
Welcome to God's country.
Oh, it's funny.
We're gonna go to Stoddard's after this.
So like where we are, you came down there last night. Like I feel like we're in a super bougie part of Atlanta.
Where you are in Midtown?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, we drove over to Play It Again Sports to pick up some discs, and like we drove back to the hotel, and the neighborhood we drove through was nuts.
Yeah, it was
Like
bonkers.
insane fucking houses.
Yeah, that must have been like Buckhead, like maybe
Maybe.
Brookhaven.
Well, it's funny actually.
Northside Atlanta.
The Midtown Hilton and Garden. I thought we stayed at that one. We didn't stay at that one, but we stayed at like the Holiday Inn Midtown or whatever. But it was that same general area because I remember thinking the same thing when we drove through. I was like, dude, these houses are insane.
I mean, it's just mansion after mansion.
Yeah, because like, where is the what's that place called? Where's the catacombs? Like, what part of Atlanta is that in? That fucking shit.
That
Boy.
that's in the deepest pits of hell. Did you play the catacombs?
Oh god, yeah.
Did you play it twice?
I had part of my gear played it, and it came back.
I'd be surprised. Did it come back smelling like piss?
I lended my cab to Love Gun.
He
back a few years ago, and
No,
wasn't their fault, but
that was last year.
it came back. My brand new cab came back with a eggs on it.
Eggs.
Spoiled, rotten eggs.
That was the no. Yeah, that was like 2 years because that was just their tour. That was when they had Calvin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Calvin was using my eggs.
I was going to say as soon as you said eggs, I was like, I didn't leave eggs on it.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened, and then I heard these kids were throwing eggs.
Yeah.
At the catacomb?
Dude.
At
It
whatever
was-
they
That's
saw
so
fit.
disgusting, dude. That
It's
place,
so
Dude,
foul.
You
somebody
were
should
at our
torch
show,
that
weren't
place.
you?
Yeah. I told you, I was like, I'm sorry, man. I can't go in there.
No, I
was like,
totally don't blame you at all, dude. Like, not
I
even
tried
a
to
little
go
bit.
in there, and for like 30 seconds, I was like, it smells so bad in here, I'm going to pass out.
Dude, that place is
I don't know how you played a fucking show, dude.
Dude,
I definitely would have passed out.
well, dude, when Love Gun went through there,
Y'all played inside.
we played inside.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Also, that was East Atlanta. That's where that was.
Ugh. Yeah, that place was rough. Like that area. I'm just saying. I just mean like, you know, you could tell when like there's garbage in front of like everybody's houses and like every single business.
Yeah, it's getting like nicer. It's getting like gentrified over there.
Well, not even that. It's just like hygienically, like dude,
yeah,
like,
those are just
literally
disgusting
throwing
punks.
all of your fucking.
I remember
trash all over the
looking at
place.
this like mountain of trash in their yard and
Oh,
being
in
like,
the backyard.
who's gonna clean this up?
Yeah,
like
no.
you, where do you even start with this? It was just like a landfill.
You remember Braden?
Yeah.
Dude, he was like through the roof because the owner of the house like left his dog in the room in the cage, which is like normal, you know what I mean? But like so much loud noise, and then like you go in there because that was where we like left our gear. That was like the green room, and it was just like
Yeah, somebody like posted about how that guy was an animal abuser.
Yeah, I don't know what it extended beyond that, but like even still, like it was enough to like. Get
I had
Braden,
a hard time.
Yeah, like Braden got riled up about it.
I got him and I were worked up.
Yeah.
like to
never-
a point where we were about to
and the dog was so sweet.
lose
Too.
it. Oh, such a sweetheart.
Such a sweet dog.
That was
Yeah, I had never been there
Unacceptable
before. I never heard of that.
No,
place
I
before.
was gonna say like I apologize for actually asking you to come because of the conditions
No,
that it was
no,
in.
no.
Like it was pretty fucking.
I don't
sick.
care. I sat outside, but you know.
But no, the two things from the both times that we went there was the first artist or group, whatever that played. Remember homie who like had the ski mask on and he was like making himself throw.
Oh my god.
He like
I forget what the name of that band
I don't
was.
remember what
I
he
mean
was
they
doing.
ended up
He was like screaming into the microphone and then he just like started like gagging himself and like throwing up in the yard.
projectile vomiting into the microphone, which is also to be used by the other bands.
I don't remember who this person was, so I mean
That person is not a good person.
I don't know. That was crazy.
what I
and
have
then
heard.
when we went back with Love Gun, we were at the merch table and this chick was like, "Can I take my pants off back here?" And I was like, no." And she proceeds to do it anyway. Then took her shirt off, ran back inside, and then came out like all like greasy and like sweaty. And I was like, "You have staph. Like you've got
You have an infection now.
You've got some kind of infection."
No, what's crazy was like the girl that lived there or something, or knew
or like
the guy
the
that lived
girlfriend
there.
or whatever. Yeah.
She heard somebody say they were from Richmond, and then she asked if y'all knew this guy, and it turns out I really do know that guy that she was talking about.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
so
well,
I was
yeah. I do
tripping
remember
out-
that.
I was tripping around so much because I actually do know him.
Wait, who was that? I remember that conversation. She was at the merch table and she was asking about it, and you were like, "No, I know that guy, like like legit." And I was like, "No, I know that he knows that guy."
I know his little brother.
Well, that was the girl that was like challenging us.
Yeah.
like you remember, she was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of being passive, and she was
no,
like,
that's because I was messing with her the whole time.
"Well, you were messing with her, which was
'Cause
hilarious."
I told her
but
I
then,
was
like-
from Richmond, and then she was trying to like.
Oh yeah, then
I
she.
told him I was on tour with you guys, and I lived in Richmond.
Yeah,
She's,
so
like,
he was
pressing
kind
me.
of like fibbing to her, but like, but
But
like
the thing is, we played Richmond so many times. I
Yeah,
could
so like
just
it didn't
lie.
matter, and he was with us, so I was like, I don't care, you could lie. Anyway, oh man,
Catacombs. I mean, honestly, that was still a sick show. The
would you say that there were any worse experiences that we've had on tour in general?
there could always be worse experiences.
Well, okay, so tell me, what's a worse experience than us being at the catacombs? Because that was pretty bad. Even you remember Reese going up to him and being like, "Hey man, like don't beat yourself up. Like that was objectively bad." But like he told him to his face, he was like, "That was objectively bad, but like it's all good." Like
honestly, now I'm thinking about it, I don't think really anything could beat puking while you're screaming.
nah, it was pretty
One
gross.
time I saw Lee from Treefort drink a whole 12-pack of Yoo-Hoo until he puked, and then Corey was wearing a sombrero, and Lee was on top of a ladder, so Lee was puking into Corey's sombrero.
That is
top of the
some
ladder.
Dude,
insane activity.
Dude, you want to see an insane video? Look up Tree Fort, fucking like and playing anywhere, dude. Like, dude, the video you guys showed me was like Corey, like some chick was lighting off like fireworks on Corey's nuts or something like that, dude.
Yeah, Corey would light his dick on fire. Well, no, they would
Good
strip
God.
down and they'd be playing the whole time.
They would have
too.
like jock straps and shit.
They'd be wearing like banana hammocks, and then Corey would light his nuts on fire and try to put it out. And then they would like wrestle each other. There was some wrestling.
It's never a dull moment when wrestling
Have
gets
you
involved.
have you ever heard me say the thing where I'm like, we didn't go to fucking college to be goddamn cubicle bastards in some office building, man. I'm a rock star. Have you ever heard me say that? You know that comes from Corey.
Oh my
The
God.
fucking-
Corey,
Corey.
Oh, okay.
We were in the van one night, and Corey was like, he was lit.
that's why our band worked so well, though.
Dude,
was,
you guys
like,
are hilarious,
We just had
man.
fun.
Dude, you guys are fucking hilarious. But yeah, we're like in the van, and he basically like, he was like, I didn't graduate high school and go to college to be some office chump, man. I'm a rock star, bro. Like, he was so ridiculous. And then Zach's in the back just like, happy birthday, Corey.
Well, yeah, I remember everyone was pretty wasted that tour. Pretty
Which
much
one?
the whole time.
Drop the Girl one?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that was the one that you guys wrote that song about.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Well, I also remember like when you guys had all the movie posters, and when we came out and our van was completely covered in movie posters.
So what we used to do, we would go to movies on tour, and if they would usually give out like promotional posters, but like most of the time movie theaters will just put out the entire stack of them, which is a huge mistake for people like us. I remember that tour, like we took all 5 stacks. We took like all 5 stacks. So you're talking like 120 each. So it's like 650 fucking
What were
posters
the
that we had.
movies?
It was
can't even remember.
Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh,
There we had 2 of those. We had Pet Cemetery. That was another one. I think one of the I think it was like one of the Spider-Mans. It wasn't like the.
I think I remember Spider-Man.
I don't think it was
yeah.
Tom Holland. I think
Venom,
it was
maybe.
Yeah, I think it was Venom. Yeah, it might have been Venom. And then there was another one I can't remember. But what we used to do is we used to stockpile, and then as a prank, we would like we would cover the other band's van with just nothing but posters. So they come out and they'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck, man!" They gotta like take it all off.
Then Liz's house.
Dude,
was just-
I'm not gonna lie. I'm so reluctant to say this for her for it to like be out there, but it's so true. She got me. She got me good. Like she took the rest of the posters and she hid them around my house.
Liz.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
It was.
Well, we got her pretty good a few times on that tour.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Way to go, TM Liz.
Well, there was one where we convinced her that we left you at a gas station,
Something
or
like
something,
that.
or at a skate park. I don't know what it was.
I don't know, dude.
But like somebody hid in the van all the way until showtime. I think it was you, wasn't it?
It probably was, dude.
It was either you or someone from my band.
I remember,
Don
dude.
or something.
I remember the night whatever night before Toledo. That was the night that we went to that bar,
Yeah.
They had Jameson shots for like $2 a pop. So we paid the bartender like $30 to just give us as many shots as possible. And me and Zach Mahoney fucking, dude, just went absolutely haywire. Then I started playing Every Time I Die on the jukebox. Like,
Oh, and that was such a country bar.
dude,
we were
yeah,
at,
it
too.
was. It was like not the
And-
vibe at all. Like, and I'm in there screaming.
It was all these like people wearing cowboy boots, and this is in Toledo, so it's so strange to me. I'm like, we're not in Texas right now, but they were all singing like Tennessee whiskey, and then Cam's just like punching it on the jukebox every time I die.
I'm playing like gutter.
We
and,
just
like,
took over that place with the I can't remember his name from Sink the Ship, the singer from that band. He was with us.
I don't remember. Not sure, but yeah, I don't know. What's a good tour story you have?
Honestly, it was probably it was the last tour. Just the day, what was it in South Carolina? King of the Road.
So we do King of the Road
On tour?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like so you know what that is.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. We wanted to start something like that.
Yeah, basically you're just doing like challenges and stuff, and like Jesse. It's funny how Jesse is more into it. Like I came up with the list, but like Jesse is super. Like, dude, we got to do this. Like we got to get this stuff done, man.
Yeah.
Like
No,
he's
it's a good idea.
Yeah, he's like going through the days and he's like dividing it up, and he's like, how many can we get done in a day? Some of them are crazy.
It's also just
They
pure
get out of hand.
degeneracy, though.
Yeah, well, that's the point. Like, you're just supposed to.
Straight idiocracy.
Yeah, you just.
Sometimes I feel bad about what a plague my band was on the
Dude,
roads.
you guys
people
were
would just help us out.
You
And I was
guys
like,
were phenomenal. I wish again. I told you this. I don't know if it was last night, but like I just remember. I wish I had known you when you were drinking, even if just for a little while, because I heard stories and like that guy sounds like a lot of fun. Like you're already fun. Like you're a great time. But like some of the stories I heard from like Corey and shit, be like, yeah, man, when Billy would get drunk, like, yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to see drunk Billy pull out his gun for no reason.
Yeah,
Like,
the problem is it's when you sacrifice yourself for comedy, it's fun for everybody except for
except
you.
for you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I shut the show down last year. Go to jail. No. Like, oh man, fun times.
Have you heard of Silly Goose? They're a hardcore
The
band
band?
from Atlanta.
Yeah.
But they'll just like post up and play parking lot shows.
I've
Nice.
I've listened to them, but I'm not familiar with like any lore.
Yeah, they'll just like pull up. They'll play a show in like a Subway or something, like a Subway sandwich. There's one where they were playing in a Buc-ee's and some like.
Yeah, I keep seeing it pop up.
But they're from
Silly Goose.
Atlanta.
I would love to play a gas station.
It's pretty
I
sick.
think, if I'm not mistaken, I forget what they were. Maybe it was Bunk Shot. I could be wrong.
Someone just played outside of Texas or whatever, or
There's
Arizona.
There's a tour. I gotta look it up.
That tour that I was just on, I think we left. It was like Texas or Arizona. We left early that night, but apparently after the show, like some local band showcase, like pulled up in a box truck to the 7-Eleven across the street, and they played a show in the parking lot.
Hell yeah.
That's
That's
dope.
what we do.
That's so fucking sick.
We have a comedian in Atlanta who's been doing that lately, and I don't know, man. It's been showing. It's been showing the ass of a lot of these bars around Atlanta because they keep like trying to shut it down. But it's literally just a bunch of comedians hanging out in a parking lot around a bus
What do you
doing stand up.
I mean,
Honestly, it sounds cool.
I was gonna say, what's the difference between that and like a car show?
Right. And he's been like
Permits.
trying to ask permission.
I think any of those fucking car motherfuckers get permits.
Oh, it depends on a car show is like a
Well,
sanctioned
no,
event.
like, for
You mean
sure.
like a meetup.
Yeah, like a car meet.
But his
excuse
problem right
me,
now is
like-
he just hasn't been asking permission.
You don't ask permission. You ask forgiveness.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not very
dude,
punk
yeah.
rock to ask.
Not at all, dude.
Can
I mean,
I do
Just
this?
show
I was
up
about to
and
say,
do
like,
it.
I still live that way. I'm like, dude, just ask, or like, ask forgiveness, not permission. Like, just
These guys the bus.
do it.
But there
What
is
is this?
The Seven Fest bus.
7.
Another thing I wish I would have experienced before our time together was Swayze's.
Yeah. Oh, you never got to play Swayze's?
Never got to play Swayze's. Never even got to go to Swayze's.
Oh, that was our home venue, dude. We used to practice in there. Like, Corey would work the door. Zach would work the door. Like, it was so helpful having a venue to practice in with like a PA and shit, like,
that
and a
makes sense.
stage. Like,
Yeah.
it just made us much
is
better.
This is the 7 bus.
Yeah,
That's in front of Swayze's, right?
That's little 5 points right there.
What is? Wait, this is a stage.
That's it.
That's the stage right there.
This is a stage.
That's
You're a
that
liar.
is
look,
awesome.
You're a liar.
the inside of the van is backstage, and
That's
then
the
you come
green
out
room.
through the tassels onto the stage.
How do I get guest listed? For
I was
this?
gonna say this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Get me on the list.
The crazy thing is, like, it's the most I've seen comics in Atlanta support each
Oh,
other,
this is
like,
a
ever.
this is a comedy.
Yeah.
Oh,
He also
that's
wants
totally
to, He
different.
also wants to book music.
But Fistface was supposed to play this show.
Yo, I can see Fistface play.
His face
Hell
would
yeah,
play
dude.
right on the ground.
They had a generator.
Yeah, like honestly, literally
That
just have
is
everything
sick.
to the left where like the front of the bus is, and then just have you up there. What's up, motherfuckers?
They did a tour. They did a little run recently.
Who?
Seven Fest.
Oh, the comedians.
It's one comedian. He's a little bit older, and he just gathered up as many comedians as were willing to get in the bus and
Is that him?
went on.
Is that him?
That's 7
Jesus
right there.
Christ.
Wait till you see him with clothes on.
I hope that's.
All right, pull up that one T-shirt design, but don't show it.
Who
on
the fuck was that?
Scroll up a little.
Oh yeah.
I saw it right there on the right.
Oh yeah. This one. Do you notice anything weird about anything?
Yikes!
I'm like trying to read the FST and I see the top
Big,
left over
yeah.
here.
I happen to know that was not intentional, but it looks pretty
Bullshit, bro. He knew what he was doing right there.
bad. No, somebody else made those shirts, but I don't
They
think they
do.
realized.
Somebody sabotaged them.
Bro, 7 never posts pictures of himself. The only one I've seen is the one of him shirtless.
Yeah, he's shredded.
Oh, there he is.
This guy.
That guy looks crazy. That guy looks.
I
That's
don't,
a
dude.
lot of-
Sometimes, like, watching him like crush a room though, where like everybody's behind him, because he does a very unique style of comedy,
Really?
and yeah, some nights he's on fire, and
I see.
it's awesome. Yeah,
Sometimes he'll wave an open bottle of water, so it's just splashing everywhere.
yeah, he's very animated in his act. You done some comedy before, Cam?
No, badly.
You went on the road with me, man. You done-
Yeah, well, the first time we ever did it, we were in. Oh man,
Greenville, Greensboro, maybe?
Greensboro. Yeah, we were in
somewhere in North Carolina.
we were in some hole in the wall.
And then we did an open mic at the
Pinballs.
bowling place.
Yeah, or whatever. That was down in Raleigh or whatever.
No, that one was in Virginia Beach. We did some restaurant where people were like eating dinner.
Yeah, I
one
remember that
time.
was kind of a weird vibe. And then we did that
Pete
one.
Erickson booked that
Yeah,
one.
Pete Erickson, man. Shout out to Pete Erickson. Yeah, I mean, like, I think I would be good at it. Like, I think I'm animated enough, but like, I just don't like have enough source material, or like I don't write it down enough. But it was fun, like when we did it, like, and I appreciate you. Like, I remember we like planned that like little run, and I was just gonna like hang out and go, and then I ended up doing it a little bit, and like that was a good confidence booster. So I appreciate that.
It's a different animal, you know. The music,
Yeah, because like if you get up there and just start yapping, you're done.
but in some ways, it's like much lower to the ground than music, because, like, let's be honest, Live Nation owns everything. So
Yeah.
as a musician or a band, like, once you hit a certain point, like, you're no longer doing the little local shows and the
Yeah,
the club shows.
you have to you got to make that jump at some point.
But with comedy, like the biggest comics in the world, like if you go to Austin, you can just go to the mothership. You probably run into Joe Rogan at some point.
Yeah, or
It's
just any of his circle.
Well, just whoever's the most famous comedian. If you go to the spot where they like to hang out and do small shows, you're gonna run into them.
Yeah, well, I mean, they always say too, like we were talking about that last night, where it's just like that's like a band practice for them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you just go out there, you start riffing, and you're just trying out new stuff because eventually you're gonna go into like a theater with like an actual.
Yeah,
like,
that's how I feel about open mic. I think there is something to say. Like musicians could learn from comics, and comics could learn from musicians. Musicians have a good system, I think, of like the process. You find a band, you write a record, you record it, then you start touring, and then you kind of repeat that process.
Yeah, whereas it's
replace some members, write a new record, practice, record it.
Yeah. Whereas like with comedy, it's kind of just like streamlined. You have to kind of busk on the fly.
Yeah, you have to practice in person, which I think like musicians could stand to go out more. Comics go out almost every night in some form or fashion and work on it.
I think there's that stigma too of like overplaying your local area.
For sure, but you could go to other people's shows or play in fill in somebody else's band, or just like I think there is something about like you don't want to play your band too much in your hometown, maybe once a month or whatever. But comics go out to open mic every night, like literally every night.
Yeah,
5 nights a week is what like a hustling comic is doing. So I just think musicians could maybe collaborate more. Support each other, go out to shows.
Yeah, that would be nice for everyone to have the everyone can eat mentality.
It was even a problem I had when I was in a band was I would never go to other people's shows, even if I liked them. And even if I liked their band, I would be like, no, I'm not going to your fucking show. I got my own show next week,
I try to go to as many, if not all the shows.
And I think people get burnt out on shows, too, a little, because musicians have this thing where like I gotta watch your set, otherwise your band's a fucking douchebag or whatever. If your band
like
didn't watch my set,
or like
you guys are dicks.
Well, I mean,
that's
I
get.
No, I think there's like a rule with that, and there's like an etiquette. So like if your band is 5 people and like 2 of your guys have to leave, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like you guys got to go. Like you got work in the morning. Like people have shit to do, but it's like if your entire band packs up and brings all of their girlfriends and their homies and shit, and they're like, yo, we're bouncing, we're going to fucking Buffalo Wild Wings down the road, like that's fucked up. That's lame.
I understand that etiquette, but I also think like one thing comics do have is a professional courtesy. If it's a show, though, people are kind of expected to stick around. If it's like but if it's an open mic or just like some bullshit, then we don't watch each other's sets. We just leave. And nobody cares. And if you're the last guy on the list and there's only one person in the crowd, it's like,
yeah, whatever.
You can't be mad about it.
Yeah,
because
well, I think no matter what, I think like even with that being said, like I think a lot of people would stand to benefit from like really practicing not taking things personally. Yeah. Just in general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think is
because there's also professional courtesy of like, we all have jobs, we all have lives.
Yeah. And that's what I mean is like, that's like the fine line of it's okay. But it's like, again, if I know that you guys are legit just packing up and bouncing because you have nothing better to do and you don't want to stick around, like that seems like a low blow.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think those people will last, right? For me,
I guess I'm talking about 2 different contexts too.
But for me, the whole thing was about going to shows. I like going to shows. I like playing shows. I like performing. I like hanging around at shows with my friends and just bullshitting for a little while. Like, that's what I really love about performance is having a show, going to a show.
Yeah, sense of community.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Just like, finding a place where kind of everybody belongs. It's a misfit bunch. Is that Shadow the Hedgehog on your badge?
Yeah, fuck yeah, it is, dude. And I
Hell
got
yeah,
Sonic
dude.
on the watch.
What badge is that? You make that yourself?
Yeah, well, so these are just the keys to the van.
Yeah.
But I have the. I'm sure like you've heard the rule.
Dude,
with-
are you flashing your Lammies on
Shut
me
up,
right
dude.
now?
Shut up, dude. Shut up. I'm putting them down. No, like I'm sure that you know the rule of like you see people. It's like, oh, this like loser's carrying his like lanyards from like every show he's ever been to in his life. I think for myself, and maybe I'm just talking for myself, but I think like a good like rule of thumb is like if you go on tours throughout the year, then like you can wear the ones you've gone on like this year. But as soon as like January 1st hits, like your badge is empty and you start collecting new ones. Cause like then you can create this like
See, man,
like
I think the music industry is so hung up on being cool. If you want to wear your Lammies, just
yeah,
wear
like if
your
you like
fucking
honestly
Lammies,
like
dude.
do you like no like I think like if I'm falling in line with that, it's like I this is my reasoning behind it. So yes, to answer your question, Shadow the Hedgehog is on this because the collective action run that we did through Canada and the USA, they weren't gonna have anything like that, and it was like the first big tour that had come out of Roanoke, so I kind of wanted to just give them a memento.
Yeah.
Like for them, it was more of like
Yeah,
have
yeah,
this
yeah.
so you could have it. But
No, that's great. I still have the Drop the Girl one that you guys made for us.
So that was like this is the like the dates and stuff. So I put that on the back, but like then on the front, I was like, of course I got to put my touch on it. So I threw Shadow the Hedgehog on there.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice gift, man.
I mean, well. Collective Action's dope. I'm with them now. I don't like plug them, but like, yeah, Collective Action is dope. If you listen to like, older school like punk hardcore, Youth of Today kind of stuff, like, it's super sick. And yeah, they're like, from what they said, like not a lot of bands from Roanoke have really gotten out, and they're I guess like the first band that's been able to do like that long of a run. And it was cool to be a part of that as well. Of course, like haven't been on like the runs that we've been on, so it's like, you know, it was cool to be a part of somebody's like first big like opportunity.
Yeah. There's a couple
yeah.
bands from around here that have made it pretty big.
Yeah.
Like Microwave is signed to Pure Noise.
Microwave, Callous Cowboys.
Yeah, they're the boys. Callous Cowboys, I don't know as well, but the Funeral Portrait.
Funeral Portrait.
He just played with like Marilyn Manson.
Whoa, really?
Yeah,
Damn.
they were
Tough.
playing like yeah.
That's tough, dude.
Yeah, I heard they all had to get a rib removed before they played that show.
Oh, is that a requirement?
Yeah.
Damn.
So they
man.
could suck their own dicks. And then Five Finger Death Punch was headlining that show. It was in like a stadium.
Wait, is Five Finger Death Punch from Atlanta?
No.
Oh, thank God.
But no. I don't know where they're from actually.
Who cares?
I really like that one music video they have where the guy is like flying the airplane and he crashes it in the mountain and he's playing the guitar with a bunch of like bitches around him.
I've never.
Pull up Five Finger Death Punch.
This
Under
absolutely
and over
sounds
it.
like a Five Finger Death Punch.
We
video.
can't. We definitely can't play this music. Well, I don't. I think you just get demonetized.
Well, just don't even play. I don't
What's
even
the
want.
song?
I'll tell you right now.
Under and
I don't
over
even
it.
want to hear the
Jekyll and
song.
Hyde.
You can just play the video.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be way funnier watching the video without.
This is my favorite music video of all time. We can't play.
Already
we can't play this out
cut.
loud.
Probably
play
not.
Well, you can probably play this part out.
No,
loud.
but it's way funnier to not hear it
yeah.
and just watch with no context.
cut.
Yeah, this is how Edward was watching it while he was editing it.
Wait, Ed did this?
No,
Oh
it'd be
my
funny
God.
if he did though.
Sports
Look at those
cars in
rented
Malibu.
Lamborghinis.
Okay.
Yeah, they got some Lambos.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Yeah, live
Yeah,
commentary.
Bud Rock pays, brother.
Okay, here they are in the pool. He plays like a whole guitar solo in the pool later.
Dude, is he wearing plaid shorts?
I'm
What a
trying to figure
loser.
out how this is gonna get into a guy crashing a plane.
Yeah. At some point, he takes I think the pilot gets fucked up, so he has to
This looks like
fly the plane.
this
Pinata
looks like
full
a
of money.
mock of Dan Blazarian's life.
Yeah, this is like what Attila wishes they were.
Dude, the backwards hat. Oh man, drunken rampage.
I wonder what these guys look like now.
Old.
Yeah. Did you see what the guy from
The drummer's got a walker.
303 looks like now?
The drummer has a walker. Oh, Jesus!
I'm just saying stuff.
Yeah, he's in.
I can't believe I'm
now.
watching this dude actually do like a music video shoot in those plaid shorts. Like that is crazy to me.
Dude, it was
Like he woke up and was like, I think I'm gonna wear these.
It was a
today."
different time, man. They must be from like. Where do you think these guys are from? Take a
Bro,
guess.
that lady's about to kill everybody in that
I was gonna
pool.
say 5-finger death punch.
I'm gonna say California. This
If it's Los Angeles, I'm gonna be pissed.
This
because
seems
every time,
California to me. But it could also be Florida.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of like this is.
I get some Florida energy.
I don't know. Watch, it's gonna be some Midwest.
All right.
Wait. There's
where's-
at a certain point,
Is
he
that a-
takes control of an aircraft.
Let's find the helicopter.
Oh, there it is.
Okay,
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 so clearly they're
on
just
a
taking.
private-
No,
Yeah, they're on a plane.
They're taking the party to the jet.
Dude, you're gonna miss important parts of
And,
the story.
dude, this guy's rocking a fedora. I can't take any of this seriously.
I think this guy's trying to make a music
Yo,
video.
that dude-
Whole back tribal is wild.
Vegas.
That
This
was
is Vegas
that was the most
energy.
fucking
I
fake
changed my answer.
airplane
Oh,
I've
you're
ever
right,
seen.
You're right. The plane is.
Yeah.
The pilots are partying.
The pilots are getting wasted. I think the whole time the director's trying to make a music video. Is the pilot the guy with tribal tattoos?
Oh hell yeah!
So they all die at the end. Oh.
Oh
No.
no, wait, they didn't. They all got ejected, and they're
And they have.
and they
They're
have
still partying.
presidential
they're
parachutes. And there's
Look
like,
at those
hard
shorts.
walk off.
Look at those shorts.
where's
Those are
Five Finger Death
insane.
Punch?
Yeah, where is 5-finger death punch from? Okay, before you press enter though, like actual guesses,
Florida.
like what part of Florida?
I say Vegas. I'm getting.
You're gonna
Vegas
say Vegas?
energy.
Orlando.
Orlando, Florida. I'm gonna
Orlando's
say
a good guess.
it's so hard because I like want to be right, but I'm gonna say I'm just gonna not go with my gut, and I'm just gonna say like Michigan. Some fucking like.
Did nobody guess L.A. in the end? Because I'm gonna guess.
Dude, if they're from LA, I'm
Actually,
actually.
I just saw the answers already on the screen.
top.
And-
That's on the top.
Oh,
Pay up.
Damn it!
That was a good call, Billy.
Yeah, that was.
It was the.
He cheated.
It
He
was
looked.
the goatee. I was like, that's a very Vegas.
That
goatee.
and the very, very, very half-inch short fucking mohawk.
We
The-
should have known. For something that tacky, it has to come out of Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah,
He
the
did-
guy was wearing one of those
That was
shirts
too
with like the
tacky,
knitting
top
on
to
it, like the
bottom.
stitching.
I know I said it like 7 times. You saw the shorts he was wearing, right? Like, he bought those at a buckle in a fucking casino. Like, dude, no doubt. He was like, nah, I think I'm going to chill on the Affliction shirt today.
My largest exposure to Vegas has been Pawn Stars, I would say. So, and he looks like a guy who,
would argue
Works.
with the guys that work at Pawn Stars.
or just would argue with somebody at a pawn shop. That
He
was
looks
that
like he works
guy.
for Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Vegas is such an interesting place, man.
I was going to say, that's a good one.
You can dress like you're a magician, even if you're not, and like people just are like, oh,
You
yeah.
could dress like that guy.
Yeah.
Baggy shirt and cholo plaid shorts.
Capris.
I kind of like it. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't at
I like
all.
things that don't really have.
The
any
only thing he was
rhyme or
missing
reason.
was very, very new buck DC
Yeah.
like
Court graphic DCs.
What? Yeah, but what are those called?
Some
Court-
harder
the court
gram,
graphic-
the
audio.
cord graphic.
Court
That you're
graphics.
talking. Yeah. Oh yeah, the cords, like the big fatties that
Yeah, they have the
like
big logo on the side.
the trailer park kids wore in like middle school.
Dude, I wanted those so bad. I think I had some.
You know what are making a comeback right now are Heelys.
Heelys are badass.
Those are making a strong comeback everywhere.
I never had Heelys. My parents said they were dangerous. My mom did.
Did you ever have Heelys?
I had a few.
Edward had Heelys.
You had a few pairs?
I had a few pairs.
Dude, no judgment. Heelys are dope.
Dude, ollieing down a little step of stairs.
Edward had soaps.
Okay, hold on.
Remember the soaps?
Pause.
Little
Pause. Ollieing down
a little ollie.
on Heelys.
Yeah, on Heelys.
I don't think that's what that's called.
That's called
Well,
a jump.
I think that's just called a hop, skip, and a jump.
We're being technical.
You remember the
no,
soaps?
not being no, I'm being technical. You're not. You're being loose.
The soaps.
Yo,
you could,
give me one of those Zins.
You could grind a rail. Remember those shoes? Did
How
you
do I
ever
do
see
this?
those? You just put it in your mouth.
No, hold that thought. Hold that thought real quick. How do I do this?
I'm gonna edit this out
Why?
because, I'll edit the part out where
Because that ollie
you
comment
put
was
it
so
in.
stupid.
Yeah, it was so offensive to me that
No, I'll turn around.
you
I'll turn
just-
around.
I just got it in my lower lip.
I've never done this before, so
You've never done one?
I've never done this
Well,
yet.
no, these things are the devil, man.
Is it crazy?
I'm addicted to these.
I don't want to be addicted.
They're really strong.
That's just a 3 milligram.
I like obviously I know that I know that like menthol or whatever.
Your
like,
ears
does
are
it-
going up right
yeah,
now.
Like, does it make you feel
You
any
get all
type of way?
excited.
Like, does it
Yeah.
make you
You'll get a buzz.
Yeah, I mean, you can put one in.
like
I'm
a
not
Nick-
telling you
like
not
a,
to,
like a
but
Nick buzz?
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know if I fuck with
at
that.
some point, I don't think I did my first one, but at one point I got like a nicotine buzz, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what I've been looking for.
I played golf in high school, and one of my teammates brought dip out on the course one time.
Yeah,
And he gave me some, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. And like I swear I was like, I'm not gonna swallow any.
Swallowed all of it.
Well, yeah, like you don't even realize.
yeah,
like,
that's everybody's.
yeah, like
first
you don't
dip story.
yeah, you don't realize that you're just like subtly swallowing
You
and
just
like
build a tolerance to it, really.
dude, fuck that, dude. Like I remember I went home so sick, like I couldn't move, I couldn't walk, like
I used to do a joke when I would play Fist Face where I would, after like the first intro song, I would take an entire can of tobacco and shove it in my lip.
oh my god, dude.
And my wife used to get so mad when I would do it.
Rightfully so.
It was funny though because it would just make me sick on stage.
Couldn't do it.
Car, I need any crazy oceanfront 17th Street story.
Oh God. Yo.
Give me one you haven't told me yet or something.
Wow, it's my favorite.
Give us one you
recently.
have told them.
Yeah, or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Corey wants to
any
hear.
dude, any of the oceanfront 17th Street stories. Some of these are wild.
So I work at a surf shop down in the oceanfront in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Shout out Bobby Rosari.
It's quite an area down there. I love working there. I worked there for a long time, but there is quite situations that unfold out front. But we had
There's a certain demographic of people who hang out around the building.
and also like to smoke meth and and walk in with their
You're talking about
their
an
meth behavior.
ethnicity you don't like?
No. Demographic of people meaning like, no, shut up, Billy. Stop
Absolutely
trying to fucking do that. Stop doing that. No, just I mean,
a lot of crackheads.
yeah,
a lot of people doing
a lot of
drugs.
wanderers, if we'll say.
Yeah, The Walking Dead.
And it's sad. It's sad because I want to help people, but at some
Veterans
point,
of foreign wars.
there's only so much you can do for people. But we had a lady.
Trent's a veteran. He can say it. We've talked shit about Five Finger Death Punch and homeless
Hey,
veterans.
I'll keep talking shit about
If
Five
you are
Finger
a
Death
veteran-
Punch. Fuck that band. Appreciate your service.
People in the military love Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah,
dude.
they do.
Yes, they do.
We're gonna
do.
upset a lot of
I don't care.
veterans.
That's a bad band. Okay, like there's other bands that
Yeah, like-
represent the military
Like
that are
Breaking
better.
Benjamin.
Breaking Benjamin rules.
In the Diary of Jane.
Keep going.
There was a lady who walked in. She it was pretty slow, so I decided to check on to see who was gonna walk in the store today. And long story short, she had a hospital gown on that she had just, from what I understood from the cops, that she had just escaped out of the hospital. She had walked her way all the way about 3 miles, stumbled into my store.
Did she walk from the psych ward?
She had broken out of the psych ward.
Was it the psych ward or was it the hospital?
Time to shred it.
Well, no, because the psych ward's a little far away.
It
That's
was the hospital. It was
Oh,
the
okay.
hospital. And she had walked in and tattered and torn. She had no shoes on, pretty much bleeding from like the legs down, and looking at her from top to bottom.
That's
I mean,
how all women are, though.
Jesus.
It was quite a sight to see, and she, looking at her, she had a diaper in her left hand that she had shit in and ripped off of her person.
Okay.
I
And
remember this story.
literally didn't say hi or anything. Started screaming at me.
Didn't say hi.
Nope, didn't say
How
hi.
dare she?
Didn't greet me. I was like, I came up to her being the sweetest person I could be,
It's true. I've seen it.
and I did not get that back in return. And so,
Well, did you
Excuse me,
think
miss.
that-
Do you need a new diaper?
Did you think the lady in the hospital gown, bleeding from the waist down, with a diaper in her hand, was going to be very friendly to you?
I mean, at the time, I could. It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot.
I love how optimistic you are.
I mean, you never know. But she starts screaming at me that she could take whatever she wants in the store. Then I can call the sergeant from the jail down the street, and that they can charge her card for whatever she wants in my store from her card that's on file at the jail.
Oh, that makes sense.
And I was like, that's fantastic. And so she refuses to get out of the store. She has a diaper, which is also a projectile, which it's leaking out of the diaper at this point. And cops ended up coming. They ended up grabbing her out of the store. She had been on the run for, I guess, a day, and they had just ceased to capture her. It was
Did they end up getting her? Do you know?
no, they got her, and they took her outside.
weren't looking
They handled
that
her.
hard.
She dropped her diaper. Never heard from her again. I'm still waiting on the subpoena.
You're still waiting on the subpoena?
Yeah,
Or do you have to be a witness to it?
I have to now.
Oh, man. Yeah. People used to do that all the time when I worked at Volcom. They would call in and be like, or they would come in and they'd be like, yeah, do you know this guy? Well, he's going to buy anything I want. So, like, just charge it to his card. I'm like, as if I have a collection of cards on file. Like, whatever.
At
There is-
Zoomies?
No, when I worked at Volcom.
Oh.
Zoomies was jeez. Zoomies were the days. That was like that's really bad retail. That's like really bad retail.
Was it in a mall?
Yeah, all four locations that I worked at were in malls, except for one was like in a outlet. So yeah, Patrick Henry Mall.
The outlet's not too bad, right?
Outlets, okay, it's just more like grandmas and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
like, then I worked in the Virginia Beach flagship mall, Lynn Haven, and dude, just like him, characters, just people coming in, just acting crazy, like asking for the most ridiculous things. You got a sewing machine back there? You got anything with Galaxy print trim? Like, no, like.
Where do people get the confidence to just go somewhere and be crazy? I guess like drugs.
After all these years, I think that most people do it on purpose. I swear, dude. Like, I swear. Well, yeah, because like otherwise, there's no. I guess I have more faith in humanity that people are actually that dumb. But no, I legit like. I think some people just they know they know better and they're aware of it, so they just they're like fuck it.
Yeah,
Like,
they know that.
fuck this guy
Yeah.
who's working at Zoomies. Like, I'm gonna make his day hell.
So
And those are always fun because, like, if you can bounce back from it, you can make it fun for yourself. But then there's certain people who are just completely irrational
Just
and like
punishers.
just punishing.
I think
yeah.
malls are dying, man. They
Absolutely,
need to just start having shows there.
I think so. Just like Dillinger Escape Plan and
Yeah.
whatever mall.
Call it MacArthur Mall.
Let the
Yeah.
kids skateboard inside,
Well,
throw shows.
MacArthur used to have a mini
And we're
ramp.
back, baby.
Did they really?
Yeah, do you remember Vans in MacArthur? Vans in
Shit, yeah, that was a
Vans in
long time ago.
MacArthur Mall used to have a mini ramp inside, and you could like pay to go. You want to talk about dying malls, though? That mall,
There's nothing left.
There's nothing left in
I
there.
saw an article about the university buying the mall around here,
Really?
and then nothing ever happened. I haven't even been there in like
I don't
10
even know
years.
what they would do with it. Like, what do you do with an empty mall?
I guess you could turn it into a school building, right?
probably. I mean, but
I think they're turning MacArthur into apartments.
that makes sense, though. I mean, it's three stories. It's huge.
It's massive.
Yeah, it's massive.
Could you
It's
imagine living in the J.C. Penney?
Well, like, I mean, how long has MacArthur been around? 'Cause,
it's been
like,
decades.
I mean, yeah, because like at a certain point, Apple left, Nordstrom left,
I mean, most of the places in there left because of the amount of shooting.
The shootings, yeah.
It's
Straight up,
insane.
like there was
It's
a
crazy.
bunch of shootings like in the mall, so like it just, yeah, they're just like for safety reasons.
Yeah,
they
you
keep
guys
the
want to
fucking-
go to the mall, buy a bunch of expensive stuff, and then get shot at.
Blood all over it.
I don't go to the mall for any reason anymore.
I only go there just.
The
for
only reason
shoes.
I ever go to the mall is during the holidays. If I need to get something for somebody and I know I can go there because it's just like a stock place to go, or if I'm going to visit like an old friend who still works there, which at this point I don't have anybody who is, I would say, is a friend that works in the mall.
You got enemies that work there?
No, but the guy that
Get the
I
strap.
the guy
Let's
that I
go to
used
the
to work
mall.
with, he like hit up my ex-girlfriend over Snapchat and was like, "What do those lips taste like?" And I'm like, "You suck." So, you know what I'm talking about?
While you
I
were
do.
dating
Yeah,
her?
that
or
guy.
after
No.
you
This
broke
was
up?
after the fact, but it was still like we were together long
Fair
enough.
game.
And then come to find out, I guess that guy and that one girl back home, I guess were together at some point. So now there's like that triangle of like. But
Triangle.
yeah, no, I mean it's funny how you think people are cool until they're not.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Insider baseball. Sounds like.
What? Wait, what?
Do you guys have anything? You got music online you want to plug?
Yeah,
Got a website? or-
insider baseball. No, I mean, so yeah, Victim of Suffering, V.O.S. from Virginia Beach. We have 2 new songs coming out before the new year. We last year we put out a promo with 2 songs, and then we have our demo that we put out originally. 2 new songs coming out. 2025 will be a lot more regional, so we'll be touring a lot more.
Absolutely.
We've got a couple side projects like on the super down low that we're working on. Other than that, nah, man. Shout out One Music Festival. That's why we're out here right now. Other than my Instagram, Kusick, Kusick. If you're a band or a production company that needs a merch guy, tour manager, production assistant, or even lights, I'm good at busking. I am for hire, and my rate is extremely low. So if you need help, definitely let me know. I'm a logistics guy through and through.
You play the drums, bass.
Huh?
You play drums and bass.
Yeah, so I play drums and bass. I can play whatever you need, really. Carson plays
I play bass as well.
and guitar.
And guitar.
Don't sell yourself short.
And you also do the production work.
I don't do the production work. It's
Um,
not on the level that he does.
No, well, Carson, he does a lot of inventory, so he's out here with us as well, and just merch world, so
Yeah.
and like merch setup, all that kind of stuff. But Carson's a pro. Again, he can be modest.
That's what's up. Victim of Suffering.
Hell yeah,
Virginia Beach.
appreciate you having us.
Yeah,
the
man.
thank you so
Hampton.
much.
The what? Hampton what now?
Victim of Suffering from Virginia Beach, but
Yeah.
technically the Hampton Roads, 7 Cities, Tidewater area.
Shout out. Go to PowerPC in Marietta, Georgia for all your home, student, and small business computer needs. They got everything from refurbished laptops, refurbished desktops, gaming PCs, and even podcast production PCs like the one we're using here in Trent's unnamed studio. So if you need a new PC or a repair on your laptop or desktop, go to PowerPC in Marietta, Georgia. That's PowerPCGA.com.